Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Dominic, aka Dom the Cyber Genius, and I'm coming back to you guys with another video. This video, we're going to be discussing the Clark County School District and how they suffered a potential data breach and what hackers are doing to them. So let's get into it and let's go. So as you see here, the Clark County School District has disclosed that they are dealing with a potential data breach, as the actual threat actors behind the data breach were emailing the parents their children's data that was, allegedly stolen. So imagine this. Imagine you have a kid that's in elementary school, that's in middle school, that's in high school, and you get an email from a hacker saying, hey, we hacked your school's district and here's the information from your student. And what if that information is your student's name, their email, their birth certificate, their social security, the type of medicines that they take, their student ID, all personal identifiable information that's very sacred, and that if in the wrong hands, it can cause identity theft and a lot of theft and destruction. So that's why this needs to be taken a lot more serious, because schools are on the weaker side when it comes to enhancing their security and having the necessary things behind it. Because as we know, schools have budgets. Not all schools can even afford textbooks and, proper learning curriculums for the students. So what makes you think they're going to have enough money for cybersecurity? So because of it, these are the type of attacks that happen. Right. As you may know, Clark County School District is a very big school district. I myself used to actually be in this school district when I was in elementary and in a little bit of middle school. So it is kind of sad seeing that my old school district got hacked. But as you may know, they are the 5th largest school district in the U.S. with over 300,000 students and 15,000 teachers. They did state on October 16th that they confirmed it did suffer a cyber attack earlier that month, and that the threat actors are able to gain access to the district's email servers. As you scroll down here, they did say in response to the attack, they disabled access to its Google Workspace from external accounts and has forced all resets for students' password. That's a step in the right direction. You never know what type of information this attacker has. And it's glad that they actually reset the students' passwords. I feel like they also need to reset faculty's passwords, because now, say if a threat actor got access, they can maybe start changing people's grades, changing different payment things, and all hell could break loose, and it can just be a domino effect that trickles down and down and down to the whole schools affected. I don't think it's specified what schools, but just the district as a whole, which was affected. And since then, they have taken turns for the worse, with the parents actually reporting that they received emails that the threat actor's data was going to be, that the threat actor was going to leak their children's data. So that's very scary to see. That's another insight that's saying, hey, this is probably or most likely a data breach, because they're getting these emails from the threat actors. And this is actually one of the messages that I read here. It says CCSD leak. Obviously, all this is blocked out, but it says, I'm sorry to tell you this, but unfortunately, your private information has been leaked. You should probably change your information in CCSD systems if that is possible. That is one of the messages that the threat actors wrote to the parents. And remember, there are over 200,000 student profiles like this, which have been leaked now by the hackers. So we got to be careful out there when it comes to this. And according to actually a news site within within Las Vegas, these emails do include PDF files, and those include students' stolen data, stolen photos, addresses, student ID numbers, and email addresses. So all that sensitive information is personally identifiable. So if that happens, someone now can track your student down, because they know your student's address. They know they have a photo, so they know what they look like. They have their ID, and they even have their email. So now they can start posing as your student, and they can do any type of attack they would want. Or maybe they can even come up to the school and harm that student, because they know every single thing about their information when it comes to school and that type of stuff. So this is all scary things to think about. I know when it comes to how sensitive schools are and safety, this is very alarming. This needs to be taken very seriously, and I feel like this needs to be in the news a lot more than what it has been. And then they were saying, according to a detailed report by Data Breach, .net, the hackers that are actually behind this attack call themselves Singularity MD and have already begun, like how I said, claiming that they stole the data and that they're already leaking it. And this is kind of a new. I don't even want to say it's a new group, but this group is the ones that are claiming that they had attacked the Clark County School District. And as here, I just wanted to read. I think these are just some stats or just some things that Clark County School District was doing that wasn't up to cybersecurity standards. They did say for 6 years they forced students to use their birthday as their password, which is a bad idea. Resetting the passwords back to their birthday each year. They even prevented the students from securing their accounts. I don't know if that's something that Clark County just did or that threat actors did that, but by the looks of it, using your birthday as your password is never a good idea. That's not, good enough. That's not strong enough. Numbers can be easily cracked, and they're probably easier to crack rather than a password itself. So you never want to use your birthday. You never want to use any personal information. You always want to make sure it's random. The password you create is random letters, random characters, and all that. So then the threat actors can't crack it. And another thing that the threat actors ask, obviously within this thing, they're trying to make it a ransom. Yes, they probably didn't deploy ransomware on the website or on the school district, but they're trying to ask for a ransom. They asked that they want less than 1/3 of Jesus Yara's annual salary. That's probably the president or somebody within the school district that has a higher up, powerful position, and they want that basically a quarter of his salary in exchange for destroying the data. No matter what, if they pay it or not, if they pay it, they're not guaranteed that they're going to get their data back in full and get it back how it usually was and how it was in the beginning. Usually threat actors have modified it, destroyed it, and did whatever they needed to do to fill their own needs. So even if they do pay it, now they're more of a target and they're more easier to go after because threat actors know that, hey, they can't afford to not get this data leaked, so then they're more likely to give up the information and give up the ransom, so then we can just keep on going at them. So that's why paying a ransom really isn't the best idea. The best thing you can do is, figure out what's happening, isolate your system, shut down systems if needed, and then contact law enforcement for help. Lastly here, this note contains links to leaked data, archives hosted on dark web and clear websites, containing that the hackers claimed the personal data of over 200,000 students. The data, students' emails again, their birthdays, ethnicity, PSAT scores, health information, suspensions, incident reports, and all the above, right? When it comes to it, they did say, however, parents who receive some of the leaked data have already verified that the information belongs to their child. So this is a legitimacy part there, which is another scary part. And at this time, the threat actors claim to still have access to the school district systems and have more data that they will leak if the school district does not pay the extortion demand. And that is it for this article today. It's really sad because I used to be in the school district, and to see them get hacked like this and valuable information get put up on the dark web or get sold is kind of sad and disturbing, because a lot of our next generation of learners and next generation of people that are going to take over this world in a positive light are in school right now. So having their information leaked is never a good idea, never a good place to be. And that's really it. I hope you guys liked this video and learned something today. You already know what it is. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and you know how I am. I'm out. Peace.